Title: Abraham Ross, From Trouble to Triumph. Abraham Ross was born into a life of privilege. His mother, Angela Ross, was a high-powered lawyer, known for her fierce courtroom battles and dedication to justice. His father, Michael Ross, was a respected surgeon who saved lives daily. Together, they provided their only son, Abraham, with everything a child could want: a sprawling home, the best schools, and endless opportunities to succeed. But despite all they gave him, Abraham seemed destined for trouble. As a child, he was restless, always seeking excitement in the wrong places. While his classmates worked hard to follow in their parents' footsteps, Abraham found himself drawn to the streets, where adrenaline and danger gave him the thrill that his privileged life couldn't provide. His parents tried everything: therapy, private tutors, and even military school, but nothing worked. Abraham kept getting into fights, skipping school, and running with the wrong crowd. By the time he was 17, Abraham had been arrested twice. His future, which his parents had meticulously planned, seemed to be slipping away. Dr. Ross would lecture him, trying to instill a sense of responsibility, while Angela would beg him to see the value in his life. But Abraham, rebellious and angry, couldn't shake the feeling that he didn't belong in the world his parents had built for him. One night, after another argument with his parents, Abraham stormed out of the house and wandered the streets. Frustrated and lost, he found himself in an old, run-down studio near his neighborhood. Inside, a group of local rappers were freestyling over a beat. Their words were raw, real, and full of the kind of energy Abraham craved. He watched them, fascinated by how they could turn their pain and struggles into something powerful. One of the rappers noticed him. "You rap?" he asked. Abraham shook his head, but something inside him stirred. He'd always loved music. His father had exposed him to classical compositions, and his mother had played jazz at home, but he never saw himself in it. That night, something changed. The next day, Abraham started writing. He didn't know where to begin, but he poured his frustrations, his anger, and his confusion into his lyrics. Every line reflected the tension between the life he was born into and the life he had chosen. At first, it was just an outlet, a way to cope with his emotions, but soon it became an obsession. He started sneaking into the studio, recording tracks with whatever time and money he could scrape together. His early songs were raw, unpolished, but they had a truth to them that caught people's attention. The local rap scene began to notice. He adopted the name, Abraham Ross, using his real name as a reminder of the worlds he was balancing between. His parents, at first, were skeptical. They didn't understand his newfound passion and worried it was just another distraction. But Abraham was different now. He wasn't getting into trouble anymore. He wasn't picking fights or running with bad influences. He spent every waking moment writing, recording, and perfecting his craft. As his music gained traction, Abraham's sound evolved. He rapped about his upbringing, about having everything material but feeling empty inside. He spoke on the pressure of being the son of two successful parents and the expectations that weighed him down. His lyrics resonated with people from all walks of life: those who had struggled in the streets, those who felt trapped by expectations, and those searching for a way out. One night, Abraham's track, "Troubled Kid, Rich Soul," went viral. In it, he told his story, how he had everything but still felt lost until he found music. The song's raw honesty struck a chord with listeners, and soon, Abraham Ross was more than just a local rapper. He was a voice for anyone who had ever felt like they didn't fit in, no matter where they came from. With success came recognition. His parents, initially confused by his choice, began to see the impact his music had on others, and on himself. Angela, once worried her son would throw his life away, saw him channel his passion into something productive. Dr. Ross, once hoping his son would follow in his professional footsteps, realized that Abraham had found his own way to heal, through music rather than medicine. As Abraham's career soared, he never forgot where he came from or the trouble he had once found himself in. He started using his platform to mentor young kids who, like him, felt out of place. He spoke at schools, youth centers, and juvenile detention centers, sharing his story and encouraging others to find their own path. In the end, Abraham Ross didn't become the doctor or lawyer his parents once envisioned, but he became something more. He became a beacon of hope for those who felt lost, proof that even the most troubled soul could find a way to turn their life around. Through his music, Abraham found not only his purpose but also a way to bridge the gap between the world he was born into and the world he had always longed for. And in doing so, he became the biggest boss of all, his own.
From trouble to triumph. Came up from trouble, now I'm on top. Born with it all, but the streets don't stop. Mama was a lawyer, cops saved lives, but I found my truth where the struggle thrives. From trouble to triumph, I'm making that noise. Rap saved my life, now I'm flexing with poise. Abraham Ross, boss life, that's the move. MMF for life, watch how I groove. Silver spoon fed, but I was lost in the game. Mama fought in court, pops stitched up the pain. But I was out late, trying to fill my own lane. Caught up in the streets, chasing nothing but flame. Trouble on my back, yet along with my name. Skipping class, cutting corners, wasn't seeking the fame. Had it all, but felt empty, like something was missing. Found the mic, spit my soul, now the world's what I'm kissing. They said I failed, but I flipped the script. Turned pain to passion, watch how I drip. Now the name Abraham echoes in the block. From a troubled kid to a lyrical shot. Came up from trouble, now I'm on top. Born with it all, but the streets don't stop. Mama was a lawyer, cops saved lives, but I found my truth where the struggle thrives. From trouble to triumph, I'm making that noise. Rap saved my life, now I'm flexing with poise. Abraham Ross, boss life, that's the move. MMF for life, watch how I groove. Cops on my back, parents stressed every night, but the pen saved my soul when I started to write. All that anger and pain turned to lyrical might. Now my name in the game, shining bright like a light. Studio late nights, found peace in the sound. Turned my losses to wins, now I'm wearing the crown. Abraham Ross came from nothing to boss. Now I'm flexing success while they counting the cost. Mama proud now, pops nods his head. Told him I'd make it on beats I tread. Rap turned my trouble to a life they respect. Now I'm cashing checks, no regrets, just flex. Came up from trouble, now I'm on top. Born with it all, but the streets don't stop. Mama was a lawyer, cops saved lives, but I found my truth where the struggle thrives. From trouble to triumph, I'm making that noise. Rap saved my life, now I'm flexing with poise. Abraham Ross, boss life, that's the move. MMF for life, watch how I groove. Now the city know the name, Abraham on fire. Boss life, MMF, I took it higher. From privilege to pain, then back to the top. I turned my story into the ultimate drop. From trouble to triumph, it's all in the rhyme. Abraham Ross, I'm a king in my prime. Now the city know the name, Abraham on fire. Boss life, MMF, I took it higher. From privilege to pain, then back to the top. I turned my story into the ultimate drop. From trouble to triumph, it's all in the rhyme. Abraham Ross, I'm a king in my prime. From trouble to triumph.